In a grand mansion, where the echoes of a forgotten past linger like shadows, a young boy named Oliver wanders through empty halls, his mind clouded by a profound absence of memories. Can you imagine a place filled with luxury, yet steeped in silence? What if the key to unlocking his lost childhood lay hidden within the very walls that confine him? This story invites you to explore the deep connection between a child and a devoted maid who believes in the magic of love and attention. Clara, the maid, stumbles upon a mysterious, ornate key, sensing it could be the answer they both seek, a symbol of hope in a world overshadowed by neglect. Their journey unfolds as one of discovery, where laughter mingles with the shadows of the past, revealing the joy that once filled Oliver's life. But what happens when the weight of parental expectations suffocates a child's innocence? As Clara guides Oliver through his home, they uncover secrets that challenge his father's relentless pursuit of success, igniting a powerful confrontation that will change their lives forever. This tale of resilience and emotional awakening raises important questions about connection and responsibility. Have you ever stopped to think how often we overlook the needs of those we love in our quest for achievement? Join us as we unravel the story of a boy trapped in silence and a maid who dares to unlock a world of memories. Together, they navigate the complexities of family, the consequences of neglect, and the healing power of understanding. Stay with us to witness the unfolding of a journey that highlights the importance of listening, caring, and the magic that can be found in the most unexpected places. Will the bond between them be strong enough to mend the fractures of a broken past? In the grand, echoing halls of the mansion, shadows danced with the fading light of day, creating an atmosphere thick with unspoken words and untold stories. Oliver, a young boy lost in a world that felt entirely foreign to him, wandered aimlessly, his mind a blank slate. The vibrant laughter of children his age seemed like a distant memory, a sound he could not grasp. His father, a powerful real estate mogul, was too preoccupied with his empire to notice the growing void in his son's life. The constant hustle for wealth overshadowed the emotional connection that could have anchored Oliver in reality. In this realm of luxury and isolation, the impact of neglect became painfully evident. Children thrive on love, attention, and nurturing, yet Oliver's life was marked by absence. His father's relentless pursuit of success left a chasm in their relationship, turning the mansion, which should have been a sanctuary, into a prison of silence. Have you ever felt that profound sense of loneliness, even when surrounded by wealth? It's a haunting feeling, isn't it? Oliver's existence was a testament to the fact that material riches cannot substitute for emotional fulfillment. His father, blinded by ambition, failed to see how his neglect stunted Oliver's development. Research indicates that children who grow up in emotionally neglectful environments often struggle to form healthy relationships later in life. They might grapple with anxiety and feelings of inadequacy, unable to connect with others because they never learned how to nurture those bonds. For Oliver, the absence of his father's love manifested in an inability to forge memories or meaningful connections. Clara, the dedicated maid, stood as a beacon of warmth amid the coldness that enveloped the mansion. She had her own burdens, having faced a troubled past, yet she embraced her role with a commitment to bring light into Oliver's life. Clara understood the power of connection. She believed that love and attention could bridge the chasm created by his father's neglect. As she spent time with Oliver, she noticed subtle signs that hinted at the depth of his inner world. Every time she offered kindness, a flicker of recognition sparked in his eyes, suggesting that perhaps there was more to Oliver than the emptiness that surrounded him. This serves as a crucial reminder of how even small gestures can profoundly impact a child's development. One day, As Clara dusted off forgotten corners of the mansion, she stumbled upon the ornate key hidden in a dusty drawer. An object seemingly insignificant, yet brimming with potential. She felt an inexplicable connection to it, sensing it could unlock not just a physical door, but perhaps something deeper within Oliver's psyche. Have you ever found something that felt like it was meant for you? Something that resonated with your very being? Clara's intuition told her this key held the promise of rediscovering Oliver's lost memories. The symbolism of the key became a recurring motif, representing hope and the possibility of unlocking the past. As Clara encouraged Oliver to explore the mansion, their bond deepened, creating a safe space for him to express himself. Despite her nurturing efforts, Oliver's father remained dismissive, relying on experts who failed to see the heart of the matter. The professionals came and went, armed with their theories, yet they could not penetrate the emotional wall that had formed around Oliver. The father, caught in his own fears of inadequacy, was reluctant to confront the reality of his neglect. He viewed Clara's affection for Oliver as an inconvenience, a distraction from his ambitions. This institutional resistance often leaves caregivers like Clara feeling powerless. Have you ever felt your voice silenced, your concerns dismissed? It's a frustrating experience, especially when you know you're advocating for someone's well-being. Clara's determination to act on her instincts became a pivotal moment in the story. The turning point came when she made the bold decision to use the ornate key to unlock a hidden room in the mansion, a room long forgotten by time. Inside, they discovered a treasure trove of photographs and mementos, each telling a story of Oliver's childhood filled with joy and connection before the weight of expectations overshadowed his innocence. As Oliver sifted through the memories, something remarkable happened. Flashes of recollections began to emerge, illuminating the dark corners of his mind. In that moment, the key transformed from a mere object to a catalyst for healing, allowing Oliver to reclaim his past and, in doing so, reshape his future. This pivotal discovery ignited a spark within him, one that Clara had always believed was there, waiting to be unlocked. The journey they embarked on was more than just about memories. It was about understanding, love, and the undeniable bond that can form in the most unexpected circumstances. As they delved deeper into the treasures of the past, Oliver began to see himself not just as a boy lost in silence, but as someone worthy of love and connection. The mansion, once a prison, began to feel more like a home, filled with laughter and the possibility of a brighter tomorrow. So, as we continue to explore their story, think about the moments in your own life where connection and understanding made all the difference. How often do we find ourselves caught up in our ambitions, overlooking those who need us the most? Together, Clara and Oliver remind us of the transformative power of empathy and the magic that can flourish when we choose to listen. As Clara turned the ornate key, the door creaked open, revealing a hidden room that seemed to pulse with the energy of forgotten memories. Dust motes danced in the sunlight that streamed through a small window, illuminating a treasure trove of photographs and mementos that whispered stories of joy and laughter from a time when Oliver felt truly alive. Oliver's eyes sparkled with amazement as he recognized a younger version of himself, surrounded by friends and family, their smiles radiating warmth and love. This moment was nothing short of magical, igniting flickers of recognition within him that had long been buried under layers of expectation and neglect. Clara had always believed in the healing power of nurturing relationships, but witnessing this transformation in Oliver was a revelation that filled her with hope. However, their moment of shared joy was abruptly interrupted. Oliver's father, upon stumbling upon the scene, was engulfed by disbelief and anger. His first instinct was to protect his carefully crafted image, to shield himself from the discomfort of the truth that lay bare before him. "This is nonsense!" he exclaimed, his voice reverberating through the expansive room, a stark contrast to the tender atmosphere Clara and Oliver had just created. The confrontation that followed was painful, laden with accusations and misunderstandings that seemed to echo through the halls of their home. Oliver, trapped between his father's fury and Clara's steadfast support, felt the familiar walls of confusion and fear closing in around him once more. In that charged moment, Clara realized the profound impact of her actions. She had unearthed a well of hidden emotions that could no longer be ignored. The truth about Oliver's past, marred by systemic neglect, and the relentless pursuit of material success, demanded to be acknowledged. As the days turned into weeks, Clara sought validation from those who had known Oliver before the weight of his father's ambitions had overshadowed his childhood. Heartfelt conversations with family members and childhood friends revealed a rich tapestry of memories that painted a picture of a boy full of potential, joy, and love. Meanwhile, Oliver's father remained entrenched in his world of ambition and denial, dismissing Clara's efforts and the peculiar occurrences within the mansion as mere figments of imagination. He was a man defined by his success, often overlooking the emotional needs of those closest to him. The relentless pursuit of wealth had cast a shadow over his understanding of what truly mattered. It was as though he had erected an impenetrable wall around himself, fortified by societal expectations and personal fears. His skepticism became a barrier, not just to his own understanding, but to the possibility of reconnecting with his son. Yet, Clara was determined to help Oliver rediscover himself. She believed that the key she had found could unlock not just doors, but the very essence of who Oliver was meant to be. The day they discovered the hidden room marked a pivotal moment in their journey. As they explored the trove of memories, Oliver began to piece together fragments of his identity that had been lost in the shadows. Clara watched as each photograph and memento sparked joy within him, igniting a warmth that had long been extinguished. In the weeks that followed, the bond between Clara and Oliver blossomed, woven from shared laughter and curiosity. Clara noticed how the mention of certain rooms would light up Oliver's eyes, as if they held secrets waiting to be unveiled. Each small adventure they embarked on became a healing balm for Oliver's fractured spirit, allowing him to reclaim parts of himself that had been buried under layers of neglect. Clara found herself reflecting on her own past, recognizing how love and care had the power to mend even the deepest wounds. Have you ever encountered a moment of connection that shifted your perspective on someone? This question lingered in Clara's mind as she observed the gradual transformation in Oliver. However, the father's anger simmered beneath the surface, fueled by a fear of losing control over his carefully curated life. He could not bear to face the uncomfortable truth that Clara's nurturing had sparked within Oliver, a truth that threatened to unravel the very foundations of his existence. "You're just indulging in fantasy," he snapped at Clara during one heated exchange, a desperate attempt to dismiss the reality that was unfolding before him. The pain of his words stung, yet Clara remained resolute, believing that every moment of connection brought Oliver closer to healing. As their journey progressed, the mansion itself began to reflect the changes in their relationships. Once filled with cold silence, the halls were gradually infused with warmth and understanding. The echoes of laughter began to fill the air, transforming the space into a haven of love and connection. The ornate key, which had initially signified a forgotten past, evolved into a powerful symbol of hope, reminding them of the importance of nurturing relationships. It became clear that true wealth lies not in material possessions, but in the bonds we forge with those we love. The narrative reached a poignant climax when Oliver's father, confronted with the evidence of his son's struggles and Clara's unwavering support, was forced to confront his own failings. The moment of reckoning was fraught with emotion, as the father realized the damage his obsession with success had inflicted upon his family. In a moment of vulnerability, he made a heartfelt apology, acknowledging his failures and committing to restoring Oliver's dignity and trust. This powerful exchange served as a reminder of the importance of accountability in relationships, especially between parents and their children. As the story unfolded, we are invited to reflect on our own relationships and the significance of truly listening to those around us. How can we better nurture the connections in our lives? What small gestures can we offer to those who may feel neglected? These questions linger in the air, inviting us to explore the depths of our own experiences. If you've resonated with this story, I encourage you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Your reflections could inspire others as we navigate the complexities of human connections together. Clara and Oliver's journey was just beginning, with the promise of healing and growth ahead. Together, they embraced the challenge of rebuilding their relationship, transforming the mansion from a place of cold silence into a sanctuary filled with laughter and love. The echoes of their shared experiences would resonate for years to come, reminding them both of the incredible power of connection and the importance of nurturing the bonds that truly matter. Oliver's childhood friends painted a vivid picture of the boy he used to be, full of life, laughter, and dreams. These interactions became crucial in helping him piece together fragmented memories, serving as a wake-up call for his father. The realization that his relentless pursuit of success had come at the cost of his son's happiness struck a deep chord within him. Have you ever had a moment where you realized your actions had unintended consequences? The father's journey toward responsibility was not immediate. It required a significant shift in perspective, a willingness to acknowledge his shortcomings and the pain they had inflicted on his son. This reckoning was a gradual process, marked by moments of reflection and the painful recognition of the emotional chasm that had formed between him and Oliver. As he began to confront his own fears and vulnerabilities, he slowly transformed from a figure of authority into a more relatable human being, one capable of empathy and understanding. Clara's nurturing influence was evident in this change, as she encouraged both Oliver and his father to engage in open, honest conversations about their feelings and experiences. As the father took steps to repair the fractures in their relationship, a public acknowledgement of his failures became inevitable. In a heartfelt statement, he publicly apologized for his neglect, expressing deep regret for the years lost to ambition. "I was so focused on building a legacy that I forgot to build a relationship," he confessed, his voice trembling with emotion. This admission resonated deeply, not just within the walls of their mansion, but also among those who witnessed this transformation. There's something powerful about acknowledging our mistakes. It opens the door to healing and connection. The reunion between Oliver and his father marked a turning point for both of them. No longer would the mansion be a place of cold silence and isolation. It began to fill with warmth, laughter, and understanding. Clara's unwavering dedication had created a safe space for them to reconnect, allowing the emotional walls to crumble. The key, which had once represented forgotten memories, now stood as a testament to the power of nurturing relationships in healing emotional wounds. It became a symbol of hope, reminding them that true wealth lies not in material possessions, but in the bonds we forge with those we love. As the story drew to a close, the mansion transformed into a sanctuary of connection, where echoes of the past mingled with the promise of a brighter future. Each laugh shared between Oliver and his father reverberated through the halls, filling the once empty spaces with joy. Clara, having fulfilled her vow to care for Oliver, stood as a silent guardian of their newfound harmony, knowing that her role was crucial in this journey. This narrative serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of nurturing relationships. They have the power to heal wounds we might not even realize we carry. Reflecting on this tale invites us to consider our own lives and the relationships we hold dear. Are there connections we might be neglecting in pursuit of our own ambitions? What do you think? It's essential to remember that love, attention, and understanding can mend even the deepest of wounds. If you've found yourself moved by this story, share your thoughts in the comments below, and consider subscribing for more heartfelt narratives that remind us of the importance of connection in our lives. As Clara and Oliver continued their journey of exploration within the mansion's dusty corners, the ornate key took on a life of its own. It symbolized not just a physical unlocking, but also the emotional barriers that had long kept Oliver's memories at bay. The moment Clara first held the key, it was as if a spark ignited a long-forgotten flame within her, reminding her of her own childhood, a time when laughter filled the air and memories were crafted effortlessly. She often wondered, what makes memories so powerful in shaping who we are? Each fleeting moment, whether joyous or painful, contributes to the tapestry of our identity. As she watched Oliver, she realized how vital it was for him to reconnect with his past. In a world dominated by material wealth, where every corner of the mansion whispered tales of grandeur, the true riches lay hidden in the simplest of memories: the laughter of a child, the warmth of a hug, the comfort of shared moments. It stood in stark contrast to the lavish lifestyle his father pursued, often overshadowing the emotional connections that foster true happiness. Clara's heart ached for Oliver, who wandered through life like a ship lost at sea, yearning for an anchor. She often found herself reflecting on her own struggles, the memories of her childhood etched deep within her soul, reminding her of the importance of nurturing relationships. She'd always believed memories were like threads connecting us to those we love, and, more importantly, to ourselves. As she and Oliver began to piece together fragments of his past, it became clear that every photograph they uncovered, every memento that sparked a flicker of recognition, was a stepping stone toward building his identity. Have you ever experienced a moment when a simple object brought back a flood of memories? It's fascinating how the mind works, isn't it? One small trigger can unlock a treasure trove of emotions and experiences. The day they discovered the hidden room was a turning point. As Clara and Oliver sifted through old photographs, the atmosphere filled with an air of nostalgia, and Oliver's eyes sparkled with curiosity. Each picture told a story: playdates in the garden, birthday parties filled with laughter, and family vacations that resonated with joy. Clara's heart swelled as she witnessed the transformation in Oliver. It was as if the pieces of his identity were slowly coming back to life. Yet, amidst the joy, there was an underlying tension. Oliver struggled with the weight of lost time and unfulfilled potential. How could he reconcile the boy he once was with the young man he had become? It was a question that lingered in the air as they uncovered more memories. Clara, sensing his turmoil, gently reminded him that healing is not a linear path. It ebbs and flows, much like the waves of the ocean. They continued to explore, diving deeper into the past, unearthing not just memories, but also lessons that would guide Oliver into the future. Each discovery was a reminder that while his journey had been difficult, it was also rich with opportunities for growth and understanding. They learned that embracing vulnerability allowed them to forge deeper connections, not just with each other, but with themselves. As they sorted through boxes filled with remnants of a life once lived, the bond between Oliver and Clara grew stronger. They shared stories, laughter, and even moments of silence, each one a testament to the journey they were on together. With every photograph, they were not just uncovering the past, they were building a foundation for the future, one filled with hope, love, and the promise of new memories to come. The exploration of the mansion became a metaphor for their own lives, complex, layered, and filled with potential waiting to be unlocked. As they moved forward, hand in hand, they realized that the journey itself was just as meaningful as the destination. This newfound understanding opened their hearts, allowing them to embrace the beauty of their shared experiences, knowing that every moment spent together was a step toward healing and rediscovery. In that moment, they both understood that the past, while important, did not define them. Instead, it was their willingness to connect, to share, and to grow that would shape their future. As Oliver sat in the dimly lit room, a sense of joy began to stir within him. He realized that the memories he had long suppressed were not just fragments of the past, but vital pieces of who he was. Clara, the maid, understood this importance deeply. She recognized that memories shape our identity and influence our relationships with others. In her mind, storytelling was the key to preserving these memories, allowing individuals to share their experiences and weave them into the fabric of their lives. What happens when we lose those narratives? It can feel like losing a part of our very essence. For Oliver, the relentless demands of his father had overshadowed the stories that truly mattered, leaving him adrift in uncertainty. Clara encouraged him to embrace his memories, yet faced significant resistance from his father, who was entrenched in a culture of achievement and status. The father's objections were palpable. To him, memories represented distractions from the pursuit of success. In his eyes, the past was an obstacle rather than a foundation for growth. This disconnect between Clara's nurturing approach and the father's cold pragmatism created an emotional tension that many families experience, where the relentless chase for success often trumps the emotional well-being of loved ones. It's a delicate balance, isn't it? The need for stability often clashes with the need for connection. Oliver's budding relationship with Clara sparked a glimmer of hope, yet it also highlighted the chasm between him and his father. Clara understood that the key was not just a physical object, but a catalyst for change, a means to unlock the emotions and memories that had been buried for far too long. Each time they revisited the hidden room, Clara witnessed Oliver's confidence blossom, fueling her urgency to help him reclaim his identity. After all, memories are not merely relics of the past. They shape our present and influence our future. The more Oliver connected with his past, the clearer his vision of a future filled with possibilities became. Inevitably, a confrontation between Oliver and his father loomed on the horizon, a clash of ideologies that would ultimately lead to deeper understanding. When the father discovered Clara's efforts to nurture Oliver's memories, his anger erupted, revealing the depths of his fear and denial. In that heated exchange, Clara stood her ground, emphasizing the importance of emotional connection and the role memories play in shaping a child's identity. It was a powerful moment, forcing the father to confront his own shortcomings, a realization that would serve as a turning point in their relationship. As Clara guided Oliver through the tumultuous waters of self-discovery, she recognized that the path to healing was not a straightforward one. It was filled with setbacks, breakthroughs, moments of despair, and glimmers of hope. Their journey together illustrated the profound impact memories have on shaping our identities. With every memory Oliver uncovered, he not only began to reclaim his past but also forged a deeper connection with Clara, who had become a safe harbor amid the storm of his father's expectations. Ultimately, the mansion transformed from a lonely fortress into a vibrant home echoing with laughter and warmth. Oliver's memories, once locked away, became the foundation for a new beginning. The ornate key, a symbol of connection and hope, represented their journey from isolation to belonging. It served as a reminder that memories are not just remnants of what once was, but essential elements of who we are and how we relate to those around us. As we reflect on this story, we are reminded of the significance of nurturing relationships and the memories that bind us together. In a world often consumed by wealth and status, it's those moments of genuine connection, those magical memories, that truly enrich our lives. How do your memories shape your identity? Have you ever felt the weight of family expectations overshadow your own desires? If you found value in this reflection, share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights matter, and I would love to hear how memories have played a role in your life. In the heart of a grand mansion, where echoes of laughter had long been replaced by silence, Oliver's journey as the son of the real estate king took an unexpected turn. For years, he lived in a fog of forgetfulness, his memories obscured by the towering expectations of a father more consumed by wealth than by familial warmth. Yet, it was the unassuming maid, Clara, who saw through the layers of neglect and isolation that clouded Oliver's existence. With the discovery of a faded, ornate key, Clara unlocked not just a hidden room, but a door to Oliver's past, revealing a treasure trove of memories buried beneath the weight of his father's ambitions. In that forgotten space, they unearthed photographs and mementos that breathed life into Oliver's blank canvas, igniting recognition in his eyes and the possibility of connection. However, this moment of magic did not come without conflict. Oliver's father, struggling to accept the consequences of his choices, reacted with disbelief and anger. The painful confrontation that followed marked a significant turning point, pushing Oliver and Clara apart, yet also setting the stage for essential revelations. As Clara sought validation from those who cared for Oliver, the truth unraveled. His father's neglect had become a damaging pattern, stifling Oliver's spirit and shattering their bond. This moment of reckoning was vital, forcing the father to confront his failures and leading to a heartfelt apology that began to mend the rift between them. In the wake of this emotional awakening, the mansion transformed, its cold halls now resonating with laughter as Oliver and his father embarked on a journey of healing and rediscovery. The key, once merely a symbol of a forgotten past, now shone brightly as a beacon of hope, reminding them that true wealth lies not in material possessions, but in the connections and memories we create with those we love. With every shared story, every laugh, and every moment of connection, Oliver and his father took steps closer to understanding one another, proving that it is never too late to reclaim what was lost and build a brighter future together. As we reach the conclusion of this touching story, we are reminded of the profound impact of the relationships we build throughout our lives. This narrative beckons us to reflect on our own connections, emphasizing the importance of being present, truly listening, and sharing love with those around us. Even in the most lavish environments, it is the bonds we create with our loved ones that hold the most magic. So, let us take a moment to appreciate our lives and engage with the people who bring us joy and meaning. If this story resonated with you, we invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Consider subscribing for more inspiring narratives that encourage connection and reflection. Remember, it is the love we give and receive that shapes our true legacy, a treasure we carry within us always.